Didn't even know they had one of these. And we're back on trail. I wanted to sort my thoughts before I pulled out the camera and said anything because I'm in a fog, but it makes me laugh. 2 trail runners just ran by. I saw their cars parked from the campsite because it's very close to the road. And the one in the lead said, "What day are you on?" And it just cracks me up. Going into town, I have to be so careful with my brain. It's like, I don't think like that. It only took me a moment to realize this is day 21, so it's the end of the 3rd week. But he's like, "What day are you on?" Like, I don't know. End of the 3rd week. It was a good campsite. Yesterday was a great day. I can't ask for anything more. But it was a loud campsite with road noise. And then somebody has a dog that literally barks all night. And there are coyotes in the area. I heard them last night at the camp 7 miles out. And I could hear them heading into this camp last night. So I think the dog just literally barks at the coyotes all night. And the coyotes probably tease them and try to lure them out. Possibly, potentially, maybe. I am a little frustrated with myself. I promised myself I wouldn't care about what time I got out. Got out at about 9. I was up late on my phone. I was up early on my phone. I didn't sleep because of road noise. The people in camp were amazing, quiet. I mean, somebody was snoring, but that's life. The campsite was uneven. So not only was there road noise, it was hard to pitch a flat tent. Everybody that was there before us cowboy camped. But this morning, I think it was a combination of lack of sleep, but also the tent site being very uneven. As I was breaking down my tent and kind of stuffing things in sacks, I just felt like vertigo, which I've never experienced in my life, but I definitely felt like, whoa, I'm a little off balance, a little fuzzy. So I sat down and was just careful. But I'm overtired, so I've got like 9 hours of daylight that I'm willing to work with. 9 to 6. I don't really want to push it late tonight. I just want to take it slow. I don't care if I hike 12, 15, 18, whatever. We'll see what the day holds. Yesterday was exactly what I needed, and I feel like I got everything done except for a shower. But I did buy wipes. I can make miracles happen with a couple of baby wipes. And I have a heavy food carry. There should be water in 6 miles, so I have like 3/4 of a liter to a liter. I shouldn't be in too bad a shape. The best time of the week is coming out of town and your peanut butter crackers aren't crushed. It's been a great day so far. I'm very happy with how the day's going. I hiked hard. I got frustrated about things that happened weeks ago, people I won't see for months if I ever see them again. And that's just the way it goes. Usually that happens when I'm trying to go to sleep. But sometimes it happens when I'm hiking. I just get mad at instances that happened and I relive them, think of what I want to say to people. It's pointless, but when you're hiking, it's not a bad way to get your heart rate up. Just taking deep breaths, and the terrain is agreeable. It started off with a little bit of uphill. It started off with some rocks. Well, I went to that Caribou Creek, and it was wet and it was cold and it was fine. It just wasn't what I was expecting. I was expecting tent sites, and there were tent sites, but people were staying there. It's the middle of the day, so I don't know what's going on. They do look like they're hiking long distance. But anyway, I pushed through there, and I just kind of posted up on this road. I dropped my pack and my poles, and I went back and got some water out of the creek. And then when I came back, this amazing guy, Ray, asked me if I was doing the whole thing, and we talked for a second, and then he offered me a beer or a soda. I took the soda because I joked with him, but it's 100% true. If he gave me a beer, he'd find me here tomorrow. I'm exhausted, but this is gonna help. And then he was about to drive away, and he's like, I got some chips too. This is way more chips than I want, but I'll eat some of them now, and I'll attach the rest of them to my pack like some people do. Hopefully I won't leave a trace. And I really feel blessed. It's just a soda and a bag of chips, but it's meeting people and people willing to help you any way they can. It's really what the trail's all about. And if you've never experienced it, it's hard to explain. I feel like he would have given me a ride into Big Bear, not Warner Springs, Wrightwood, anywhere I needed to go, anything within reason that I needed. I feel like he would have done that for me. And hiking a long distance trail, communities like the Pacific Crest Trail community, just restores your faith in humanity. This is a view of the town that I did not get going in. I went right in over that bridge, and then I would guess right about there is the plaza where I was, and I was exclusively in that area. And then I snuck back out over that bridge. But there's the Big Bear Lake, and then there's the other end of town where the park is, and all the restaurants and the hostels and places to stay. I could see those ski mountains from the plaza I was at. I don't think I saw the view of those mountains. I don't know. Anyway, this is a whole different perspective. I got all I could out of Big Bear Lake, but I really just saw 2 blocks of it. And it's not that big. Makes you want to come back. It's hard to explain how long this ridge is out of Big Bear once you get to the top. And it keeps giving you these views. I mean, 6 to 12 chances to just stop and take it in. They all look like the same view, but it's just so beautiful. Today has been a peach for a guy who ripped his hat for no good reason this morning, other than a few uphill slogs and some rocky downhill sections. The terrain's been really agreeable, just like yesterday into Route 18, out of Route 18 and out of Vaughan Pond or whatever road that is. Walking the ridge away from Big Bear Lake has been a beautiful hike, and I'm exhausted. It's going to be hard to keep me up tonight if I have a flat spot to sleep on. But that's the risk that you run when you sleep with people that aren't hiking the Pacific Crest Trail long distance. If they're just coming out here, who knows? All bets are off. They could be up until 11 or 12 or 1, and anything after 10 is really going to disrupt my sleep. So it's 5. I really love the idea of stopping here. I think I'm going to drop my pack and walk 0.2 north to get water. I could keep going, but it's a bit of a hike to go any further. And I'm not interested in pushing. I'm already tired. It doesn't make any sense to beat myself up anymore today. I think I'll get 15, and hopefully I get a good night's sleep, and I'll wake up early and do everything I want to do tomorrow, get like 22 and go right to Deep Creek Hot Springs. And if I do well, I'll get there in time to take a dip tomorrow night. And then I'll either Nero or zero there. A Nero is better than a zero, but I really just want to sit in those hot springs and rejuvenate my body. So I got here at like 5. It's like 5:20, and I settled on this spot that I didn't think was flat. There's multiple spots, and that one back there isn't flat. But when I doubled back here, this one is flat enough. I'm spent. That's my spot, and over to the left is plenty flat enough for me to sleep. Over to the right where my stuff will be might not be ideal, but as long as that's flat, who cares? It is beautiful and peaceful here, though. If I could just set up my tent without killing myself. Might sound silly, but I miss these in my life. I like having my preferred recovery snack. I got these. I have very high expectations for these. Well, something happened. There's coffee dust all over just about everything. So probably from passing in the pack down, tightening the dry sack as much as I could because it was overfilled. One of these coffee packets probably burst, or sometimes, because this happened to me before in Virginia, sometimes you just get a defective box and multiple ones first, which would suck. So hopefully it's just one. But I dumped it all out to try to figure out what's what. And I was excited to introduce my new ramen creation. But now I'm going to put that on pause because I'm sad about this. Kind of a mess this afternoon. Well, here's one of the culprits. So we're looking for Taster's Choice hazelnuts. This one's got the corner popped and it's half empty. So hopefully it's the only one, because these are delicious. So a ramen bomb is ramen, your choice of meat, and mashed potatoes. I like to add nuts to my ramen for texture. So those are macadamia nuts. They were on sale. They're a great hiker fuel. I'm going to add potato chips, so it's not mashed potatoes. So it's not a ramen bomb per se, but it's a little bit more than a ramen firecracker. So I'm going to call it a ramen candle. You got your ramen, your meat of choice, add nuts for texture if you want, and potato chips for texture and flavor. That's really pretty. Kind of sitting here, feeling tired and sad, watching lots of hikers walk by. It's like I'm advertising. I'm exhausted. I stopped early. But this is a beautiful campsite. I think I'm just giving off leave me alone vibes. There's some foreign people over there. I think they're German. The guy I was speaking to and a couple that walked through. The couple bathed in the water source, which is aggravating because they bathed upstream from where it's flowing. So it's stagnant. They bathed in the middle where it's stagnant, and then it flows right to the left of where they were bathing. So they kind of ruined the water source for me for the night. Hopefully the stagnant water would move through the flowing water, and I won't be drinking their foot juice tomorrow morning. I mean, it's not bad. You really want chip crumbs if you can get them. It's like a casserole for hiker trash.